Hello, my name is Jim O'Brien and welcome to my walkthrough of my IoT project. I've called this one MiGarden. It's basically a sensor-driven system that allows users to monitor and control indoor growing conditions. By using sensors for light, heat, humidity and temperature, the system sends this information to a website interface which can allow the user to access from anywhere. And also alerts can be sent to the user's Twitter if the temperature gets too high or too low, but for this I use the actual light. If the light gets too low, they get a tweet sent to their phone or sent to their Twitter account, and they can use their phone to turn on the light remotely, which can be very useful with these dark evenings. So okay, let's jump right in here to how it works. As you can see, we've two Raspberry Pis here. One is for the taking the sensor readings from the SenseHat and sending them out to the cloud or to Thingspeak, where they will be aggregated or they can be accessed online. But also for persistence, there's a second Raspberry Pi in which there's a database JSON file where the data is written to for future whatever use you want to make from it, or just to study how things go in a particular year and make improvements. Okay, so we'll set this running here. We're setting up one of the Raspberry Pis. It's going to start taking readings and sending them to a number of places, MQTT and Thingspeak. Okay, we got 3 readings there published already. And if we can see the Thingspeak account, so you've got different channels here: humidity, temperature, light. I'm not using the LED, and pressure. Let's just check the pressure one down here. So latest reading is less than a minute ago, and as you can see, you get your nice chart here in Thingspeak and a pressure gauge. We'll just go back to the other ones. You have humidity as well. That's less than a minute ago. We got a reading there. You should be able to see it on the Raspberry Pi. Hope that camera is not run out of battery. And the light as well. There's a lumins detector for light. Now the Raspberry Pi the Raspberry Pi sensor doesn't have a lumins detector, so I am actually using a phone to the light sensor on a phone, using the blink to sense that. So in the setup you would need, you can get light sensors for the Raspberry Pi, but for this project the hardware wasn't available, but it does work. So now we're back to our publisher. Now we want to save this data because we don't know if Thingspeak is ever going to go down or if it's going to be gone tomorrow or how far back they saved their information. So we want to save it to a separate location. So we've set up a second Raspberry Pi as kind of a database. So we're just going to jump right in there. So this one should be able to subscribe to what's being published, and as you can see, we've got 3 things subscribed. That's great, and they are being sent down to this here. Can you see the db.json there? So we're going to just take a look at that. Oh, I've been busy. So there's all the readings, including the latest ones of temperature and pressure and heat. So basically, yeah, if the light gets a bit too low, so I'm just going to turn off the light sensor. It's not running at the moment. Yeah, so we want to turn on this thing using blink, which enables the computer to, or for the LED lights on the sensor had to be turned on remotely by the user. So if we start running that, we have a node app here, blink, and it's going to, it's checking the lumens. If the lumens go below 80, it's going to just say a message here in the console: it's a bit dark, mate. But obviously if you're not at home looking at the computer or looking at the Raspberry Pi, you don't know. And so you can log on to your dashboard, which is here. Now this dashboard is not the prettiest, but it does work. We have the live feed here taken from Thingspeak, and it's also given us a little nice little widget to just display it quickly. But here you have your historical readings going back for nearly a number of weeks. And you've got your lumens, light, pressure, temperature. But the thing to do here is if the lumens drop below a certain amount, you can see Twitter, 2 new tweets. It's getting dark, mate, 7 minutes ago, below 26. So if that's the case, you want to be able to turn on the light remotely. You say, oh, I want my my herbs to get the full daylight they require to be as tasty as possible, I suppose. So using the Blink app, we should be able to turn on the light remotely. It's a bit dark, mate. I'm in work. I want my light to come on. There we go. Now I know my light is on my pants at home. And everything is all good. So we'll turn that off. And we have it off. Great. And the next thing is the Python SensePy, Python DB data, and Python SensePy. Now what these do is, this is using Flask. This enables the to aggregate through the readings and maybe do stuff with those. At this point that hasn't been implemented in this project, but it's all there in terms of scalability. It can be made to do lots and lots of wonderful things, and that's pretty much it. That's the IoT greenhouse server with full functionality. You have your Thingspeak account, which is posting messages to an actual HTML page, which is in the README. A link to that. It's just, as I said, not the prettiest, but it's functional. And also your Twitter is getting updated when the lumens drop below the desired amount, which you can turn on and off with your phone remotely. Thank you very much.